have Bri on. Bri is somebody I've been following on Facebook. We've been actually Facebook friends for a minute, and she just got into the co-parenting coaching, and I thought that was very. And I followed her coaching for a while to see if she posted some valid posts that have valid points, and she did, and she's been pretty consistent with it. And I watch kind of a lot of new coaches who get in the arena. I really watch for the consistency, and I watch for the value and the advice that they get, and she's been sticking to it. So I wanted to bring her on, especially for a perfect topic that is near and dear to my heart, because I believe in in marital training and parental training. And then at the same time, I wanted to bring somebody on who I thought was going to be dope and authentic, contribute to the conversation. So we getting back to the goddamn post.
Speaking of the post, let's straighten this up a little bit. I ain't trying to cut you out.
All right, yeah.
All right. So, all right, I'm gonna tell you what I'm trying to see if I don't have no problem with the post. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna tell you what I got a problem with, which is the same thing Bri got a problem with, and it really is less about the post and more about the reality. So, I'm gonna address the men first. All right. It's a lot of I gotta talk like Sway. You weak niggas. It's a lot of weakness in men who think that there's no consequences to their actions. It's a lot of weakness in the men who attach their relationship to the kid to their relationship with the woman. And so if you can't smash no more, if she get a new man, you ain't around. If y'all divorce, you ain't around. It's a lot of weakness that need to be called out, because a lot of these dudes really operate with integrity, or a sense of integrity, and let's say a sense and not real integrity, right, until it's time for that adversity to hit. You're gonna go get, and the problem is these niggas be fucking other women, these niggas be with other women, but for some reason you too butthurt to be grown and say, all right, I got this kid. But it's a lot of niggas who want kids as long as the woman that they with is with
them too.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, you might ask a woman for a kid who don't want one. You might.
Okay, you don't convince a woman to a kid, or she might know that y'all situation ain't even stable for a kid.
Right.
But you don't, snuck one up in there without the rubber on.
Right.
You don't like the thing is, and it, like we always, this is why this is Black Men and Cigars. We always are, we got Black men's back. You know what I'm saying? We always support Black men. We always encourage and empower and guide Black guys. That's the whole premise of the show. At the same time, a lot of that does come with some hurtful truths. And the hurtful truths are, and if you go on my post, you will easily see it. This is a post that went viral, got over 35,000 shares, etc. And you see a lot of the comments from the men, and it's very embarrassing. It's like, damn, y'all really are complacent with your kids living in poverty. Like, y'all are really out here acting as if these women are all at fault, who want just child support. It's not that these women are saying, oh, I want you to support me. It's child support that they want.
Then you got niggas who gonna abandon their kids.
Right.
Tell them it's your thing. Right. Go be with another chick who got the same warm pussy.
Right.
And now you gonna be a stepfather, a father figure to their kid.
Right.
I do like the notion, what is it? The hurtful truth? I think that should be a segment.
Okay.
I think that should be a segment.
Right.
We can rock with that. But niggas really need to
you're right though.
They take that ownership, right?
They'll be better parents to the chick that they're dating, that they're dealing with at the moment, than they are to their own kids.
Except in the beginning. I'll tell you what the two types of deceitful ass niggas do.
All right, what's happening?
You got one who they gonna, in the beginning when they dealing with a chick, they gonna spend a lot of time with their kids. The mom gonna be like, what's up with this? I ain't gonna fight it. But he gotta show the new chick that he involved. Yeah, either you got that guy, or you got the other guy who gonna be like, man, my baby mama be tripping. It's always your baby mama tripping. Yeah, your baby mama tripping, because every time you want to pick up, you want to slide through. So it's like,
right. I actually know, and it's crazy because I know countless women who always come to me with their stories about how either the ex-husband or their baby daddy is being spiteful because he can't get with them. And so he'll kind of hold the kids ransom. So he'll be like, oh, well, I ain't come to see the kids this weekend, or all right, well, he even though he made plans to see the kids, he'll counsel them, come up with some crazy emergency or not. And then we not even gotten to the point yet where a lot of these men aren't paying nearly to nothing in child support. When I say nothing,
complaining about $150, $200.
I got a best female friend of mine right now who's paying who her ex-husband, not ex-husband, but her baby child's father is paying $94 a month in child support.
I'm about to one up you just because I feel like it. I took custody of my sister.
He got the money.
Bro, I took custody of my sister. You could not imagine. I took custody of my sister at 15. You could not imagine, and I've heard this before, the amount that I got paid child support, and I didn't need it. I did it because my sister wanted to pursue it. Mm-hmm. She thinking I'm gonna get what my mom had for her, which still wasn't a lot.
Oh, from the dude, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
24 cents a month.
No way.
And
bro.
I promise you, I ain't lying. I got
Hold
paperwork.
the fuck on.
Bro, I still get a direct deposit of 24 cents a month. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I guess I can give it to my 18-year-old sister at this point.
So has he ever taken care of her?
She never met him.
And he pays only 24 cents?
24 cents a month. No, I don't know if my sister really know anything about him. I do, because I was young enough to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But 24 cents a month. Never called, never inquired. Once they got the case, the information is public. So if he never reached out to my mom, he could have reached out to me. So this was years ago. But
that's terrible.
It's funny how, and this going back to one of your points. Yeah. It's funny how when you talked about guys making excuses and stuff, it be niggas who ain't got no job. They be the busiest niggas in the world. If you ain't got no job, at least be there for your kids.
Not even a full-time job. They might even have a part-time job or some inconsistent work coming in. But it's always the dudes that want to be rappers. I ain't gonna get. Listen, I'm not gonna get into the stereotypes. Forex traders.
No, because what you realize is it's professional niggas out here. I got a homegirl right now.
That's true too.
Her baby daddy be making 6 figures, working in insurance, moving around, doing what he want to do. Don't talk to his kid. Now the kid old enough, and I hate this nigga. I hate the why you don't call me nigga. I hate a 20 plus. 30 plus, 40 plus year old nigga asking a young one why you don't call me, as if
that child has the wherewithal to even call you. Hell, even a phone.
Right, because you got to put that effort forth.
Right. They're the child. They didn't ask to be your child. That wasn't volunteer. God was like, all right, well, which one of you sperm want to make it out and be his father? You know, let me read y'all off his credentials and y'all tell me which one of y'all gonna make it. And look, it was like, man, I can work with him. I can change him.
All right. Okay. I'm a pivot.
But hold on, let me say this too.
How about it? Okay.
My father, my father got put on child support late, like probably when I was a teenager, and because prior to that, he never gave us a dime. Like he never gave me a dime. I was his only child, and we had a little brother too, but on my mom's to my mom, I was an only child. So he only had 2 kids total. But he never gave me a dime. The most he's ever bought me was a pair of jeans and a video game that I couldn't play. It was a Dreamcast, but I didn't have a Dreamcast game. I had a PlayStation. But at the same time, and then the only thing that he ever monetarily gave us was, I remember getting the child support check in the mail, because I checked the mail when I was a teenager, just back when the mail was popping. We used to write girls' letters in the mail. And that was the only reason I was checking the mail, because this girl post wrote me a letter. And so
never did that.
I saw a child support check, and I saw my name on it. I was like, oh, snap, what's this? So I opened this shit up, and that shit said child support check, basically, blah, blah, blah. It had his name on, my mom, blah, 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 my name. And it was like total issued amount or whatever was $16. And I think I was like 15, 14 at that time. I was like, even at that time, I was able to equate like $16 ain't shit.
I realized $16.
I can sell 2 dime bags and profit more than
$16 is like 1,000% more than that 24 cents. All right.
So, but these are just examples, though. Like, there are men out here, and there's a lot of men out here. And we need to, like, don't think that, oh, there's men out here, there's few. No, there's a lot of men out here who do the minimum, but complain so much with the larger crowd that the men who really are suffering, like the men who really are getting raked over and shit and then taken advantage of, they think, oh, yeah, you're my allies. Yeah, bro, we got to stick together. No, you sticking together with a bunch of sucker-ass niggas.
Cool, let's pivot to the guys that doing what the hell they need to do.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to focus on just the negative. We want to focus on the positive
watching
aspects.
Well, they'll watch it, but they
gonna DM you. They gonna DM the fuck out of your ass.
All the smoke, I take it.
But I'll say this: any guy who, whether you own child support or you not, because I'm not on child support again, like we talked about. I'm not on child support. We just found.
But I was.
We found it. You wasn't.
All right, go ahead.
Listen, understand there's a difference between going to court, being summoned to court, and being convicted.
I wasn't summoned to court. I would see. That's why I know
you had an order. You never been
hit with no papers. It don't say you summoned to court. What it says is this is what you monthly have to pay
if you don't contest it.
No. They give you the option to say if you want to contest it, here's an available court. It's not a summons to come to court. It's a child support. It literally says
right. If you don't show
payment.
up.
If you don't
this
show
is
up,
what you got to pay.
But it's not a summons. That's the thing. It's not the sheriff not coming to you saying this is a summons.
You're absolutely right, my brother.
He come to you, because you ain't never went through this. He come to you and say, "This is the child support. This is what you have to pay," and so you have to you got to pay this. These like you read through the papers and breaks down all your taxes. It breaks down all her taxes, and it says this is the sum amount that you got to pay for this child per month. And so it says, but you can go to court to contest it. And it gives you a court date. And when you go to court, now, fellas, I want you to know this. You can't take no CVS lab test.
So you got a ticket to go to. You got a ticket. You got a citation. Child support citation, nigga. That's what you sound like.
Sir, we've identified a little black girl that was just like your black
baby,
ass.
dark skin, little beady eyes. It got to be yours.
That was the thing too. It was like, and the thing was, it's a crazy story, but I had told her originally when and this was I was 21, and we had sex, and I wore rubber then. I even told her that, like, you
thought you wore rubber.
No, I wore rubber. I used to pull out with the rubber on just to be safe. And so I knew it wasn't mine, but I was like, I still had sex with her, there's still a slight chance. So I told her at the time, like, what you need me to do, take you to when I found out she was pregnant, because it took her a while to talk around the bush to get to that she's pregnant. And she was like, because I was gonna shoot her for some lingerie. And she was like,
she was plus size?
That's the thing, she really wasn't at the time. She was like size 10.
Yeah.
No, size 10. No, size 12. No, she was fine back then. She was stacked. She was stacked. So I saw and so she told me we found out she's pregnant. And then so I was like, look, if you need me to be there for the kid, I'll be there for the kid. I'm still at my mama's house. I'm 20 at the time. I'm at my mom's house. I'm on a laptop working at Starbucks.
But this ain't when I knew you.
Nah, hell.
Okay, I was about to say.
No. I was young, and I was so young, and it was so funny. I still got the pictures. I screenshotted it anyway. But she was adamant that it wasn't my child. Adamant that it wasn't my child.
It was your child.
Adamant. She's like, don't worry about it. It's not yours. I know who it is. Blah blah blah. I was like, cool. So we kind of find out. We go do the so years later, she hit me out the blue. Now she will always invite me to baby shit throughout the years on Facebook. Like a baby shower.
Just in case she could
birthday.
slip you the little
I'm like, you live in Florida. Like, what the fuck, I'm living in Atlanta?
You look like a Florida dude. South Florida, not North Florida. That's fucked up. Mid Florida, actually.
So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I just always thought it was weird, her trying to kind of keep tabs. So she hit me at the blue one day. She's like, oh, I need your can you help me out? I was like, yeah, what's happening? She was like, can you get my social security number? Give me your social security. I'm trying to get food stamps. I'm like, now I'm with a lot of the fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if you can hustle the government for some shit that's gonna benefit you, whatever, just some little shit. I'm like, I can fuck with you on that.
So you gave her your social?
I don't think I gave her my social. I think I gave her my birth date or some shit like that.
Oh, you gave her enough to put you on paper.
Right, to put me on papers, right. And so, see your dick. First off, I didn't know she was putting me on papers. I thought she was getting child support. But comes to find out, at that time, in Florida, you couldn't get WIC or food stamps without verification of the child's father.
Right. It's kind of similar here.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I don't know what my son's mom do, but she ain't never got she know my birthday though. She better give me a gift.
Yeah. So and then a few weeks later, I get a child support order in the mail. I'm like, what the hell? So I call her. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, oh no, they told me that's a part of the process and all that. I'm like, and I'm 24 at the time. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? So I'm like, all right. So, but I'm like, I'm a man. I'm like, if it's mine, I'm gonna take care of it. I ain't never had no father growing up. So I was like, if it's mine, I'm gonna take care of it.
I was proud of him.
I said, if it's mine, I'm gonna take care of it.
I was hoping to.
I literally told.
I was wishing death upon.
I literally told her, like, if it's mine, I'm gonna take care of it. Move both of y'all up here. Y'all can stay with me. Blah, 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 blah. I was ready to do the whole thing. And so she was like, nah, it's not yours. But then as we're waiting, we were waiting to take tests and we're waiting for the court dates and stuff. And she was just her temperature started to change. She would go from adamantly not mine to, you know what? My dad did say kind of like you. I ain't never seen your goddamn daddy a day in my life.
Dad probably look like you.
He a big motherfucking nigga. He a big ass man, big ass black man. He a trucker. And me, and the baby, he's trying to say that the baby got my ears and nose. And I'm looking at the baby, I'm like, the baby ain't got my ears. I'm like, just because this baby dark skinned and big as fuck don't mean that
that's all you need. That's all you need. You lucky this ain't like 1930,
This is why we grow up with complexes.
If this was 1930, bro, you'd be fucked. All you needed to do was write a nigga name in and he was done. My granddad got 13 kids off somebody writing his name in, nigga. You'd have been fucked in 1930, bro.
But look, let me tell you the rest of the story. All right. So I'm so I tell her, I was like, all right. I'm like, nah, that baby don't really look like me. The baby like, because she talking about, oh, your eyes, the high eyes slanted, like your eyes be kind of low. Like your eyes be low, her eyes low. I'm like, my eyes are always low like that. I'm like, especially when I smile, when I laugh and stuff like that. And I'm like, this baby like is like overdosed on NyQuil. Like, what you talking about? This the one picture she showed me that I saw even on Facebook of this baby eyes real low, like she was going to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So it shows she had a sugar high.
That baby was gonna be yours.
That's right. So
that
I was
money gotta come from somewhere.
I was looking, I was like, dang, now I gotta tell my mom, nigga, she gonna be a grandma, and all this stuff. I'm like, damn, because I was really trying to, do the right thing. But I was like willing to take the consequences of it, the repercussions of mine. So we did the CVS, went to take the lab test. This is how I know I was in trouble. When I tried to go to CVS, I took my lab test. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna just cash out. I'm gonna just send you, this is before cash out. I think I was PayPal or whatever. I was like, all right, I just send you the money. Oh, I told her I put the money in her bank account. I said, just tell me the routing number, whatever, I'll just put the money in your bank account. She was like, I ain't got no bank account.
And that's who we sleep with. Them people,
I was like, oh, nigga, I'm in trouble.
The people we lay down and make babies with.
I was like, I'm in trouble. So I was like, damn, so you ain't got no bank account?
You knew you was gonna have to pay her a lot.
Boy, I knew I was fucked if this child is mine. Like, she definitely got to move in with me now. So, and I was willing to take care of her. Like, I really was. I was like, all right, so I got to change this around. I got to stop this. I got to do this. Like, I was really, really willing to rearrange my entire life to suffice her and the baby. Because I don't want the baby living like the mom. I want them both to live with me. Even though we ain't got to be on no relationship shit. Just like, I want you to be straight. So, and I had the house space. So when she told me that, I was like, damn. So everything started going downhill. She just told me that, it looked just like it would get more and more every day. We would text her at night. She would tell me.
You was sexting her. You was trying to get.
Did we sex?
You trying to get that BM?
We sexed before, but we didn't sex during this time. During this time, we were more concerned about if the baby's mine or not. And
you was concerned.
And I wasn't even arguing a lot. I was just trying to say, like, are you sure? Because you told me it was a few dudes. So come to find out, long story short, she's like, nah, it can only be between you and 3 dudes. She did. And so we went and took the test. You got to get the government approved test if you go to CVS, not the regular shit. You got to get court approved. And so we did that, not the court approved one, came back negative. So, but the court don't accept that. I only accept court approved. So I went to the child support. Here's the thing that fucked up when you go to the child support court and talk to a lawyer at the court. He don't talk about when they break down everything you'll pay, blah, 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 blah. He don't say shit about, there's nothing about custody as far as
no.
Spending time with the child. Nothing.
Extreme
give
flaw.
No fucks about that.
That's what a man to fight for.
Right. They just want to know and figure out how much you're gonna pay and when you're gonna pay. That's it. They don't give a fuck about no custody. There's no time with the child, none of that shit. So I go in there, I go into court, whatever, judge makes his hearing, whatever. I tell him that I forgot the word I had to say, whatever, but it's basically that I'm taking the DNA test or whatever. So I go take the DNA test weeks later. They have you in this confined building. This is stupid. And you take the DNA test. My results came back again, negative. So now I'm the fourth guy. It's 3 other guys that's already tested by the courts. One is in prison, and the other 2, I forgot what the hell they were. And then so she said, "Oh, it could be a 4th guy,"
which means it could be a 5th or 6th guy.
That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, like, I feel sorry for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry this shit happened because I know
you weren't sorry enough to take care of that damn baby.
Hell nah.
You ain't shit.
That ain't my baby. What Michael Jackson said? Billie Jean, it's not my lover. That's not my child. So, and so the thing was, like, I wished her the best, you know what I'm saying? So the type of support she needed. But what fucked me up is I did not like how she was trying to put the baby on me during our conversation.
She done went through 3 other dudes.
Yeah, but she already knew it wasn't mine. I didn't like that shit at all. I was like, because she flipped on me. It went from, I was like, you forgot this whole thing happened because I was helping you get food stamps. But you don't flip it on me like I don't. Like
she knew you was the best option out of niggas she done.
That's probably true
dealt with in that year.
But that's probably true too. But I was so sour over that, bro. And I was counseling with a few female women I was talking to at the time, but that fucked me up. So I've been on child support before. I know what that shit feels like.
Stop saying that. You feel like you've been on child support, Scott, man. You
I've
never once had to pay a payment.
I've been served with papers. Have you been served with papers?
Nope.
Okay, so you don't know shit about this.
You
don't know shit about this. You don't know shit about the government being in your shit. The government split your booty cheek open and they look at all your tax returns. All of them.
You keep your tax returns in your booty cheek?
Absolutely.
That's some Atlanta shit of you.
They look at your tax return.
That's why they look down on Atlanta guys. It's because I'm from St. Louis.
First off, I was born in North Carolina.
Yeah, but you've been here too long. You hide your paperwork in your booty cheeks. You either been here too long or you've been in jail.
What nigga don't you know that don't hide his paperwork in his glove department?
You call your glove department your booty cheeks?
No, I don't put shit in my booty cheeks. I put it in my glove department. Some shit. But I'm just saying, like, and that's the thing. So getting back on subject, that was my story. But I do want a lot of black dudes to know, like, look, I want to support y'all, but it's a lot of us. That's a lot that's in the mix with us who ain't shit.
I agree. And that's why I want to spend time on the guys that do what the fuck they supposed to do. Because then we talk a lot about guys. Because we got to talk about you motherfucking women who do the ain't shittiest shit you could find to do. But before that, we're going to start with the guys. Oh, that shit gone. Before that, we're going to start with the guys who, shout out to all the guys that do what the hell they supposed to do.
Shout out to y'all, man.
Everybody who ever has to co-parent, you got to understand, you got to juggle different relationships. You got to, for me, I didn't post my son on my social media for a year until his first birthday. No. Oh. Because I wasn't with his mom, I got to figure out what type of father I'm going to be, what type of access I'm going to have.
Have you ever took a DNA test?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She asked me, was I going to do it? But I never told her when I was.
Oh, gotcha.
So he was with me, you know what I'm saying, one weekend. I hit him with the you know what I'm saying? Open wide. And
he looked just like him.
I waited a little bit. It happened at the 6 month
mark. Now it's
mark.
undeniable.
It happened at the 6 month mark. But I was, we had, my biggest thing about us was because we wasn't together, I wanted to figure out how this was going to work. I wanted to make sure, and I had a certain security in me as a father, but as her as a co-parent, because sometimes when even though we were never together, you got to figure out how detachment works, because expectations do come when you first, for some people, usually one person or other, they want to figure out how this can work between them, and the first go-to is companionship. Now for me, I said I wouldn't double down on a bad decision. You can't double down on a bad decision. And so, because I had gotten enough to know, like, all right, this was a momentary thing. It happened. Shouldn't have happened. So I ain't about to double down. I ain't
you was in that thing like forever, my lady. Y'all was fucking the Jodeci.
Hell no. I didn't want to push all my chips in that table, so
but
I said,
hold on, but did you hit it more than once?
No. I keep telling you
so
that.
You only hit that one time.
I keep telling you that.
That's your question. Did you hit it one time?
Yes, don't put no smut on my name. And it's funny because I keep telling you the same thing, the same story. It don't change.
Multiple times.
No.
He came out one day and was like, yeah, all right, let me hit that shit.
This is before I knew you, so how you know?
Because you told me the story.
No, I didn't. I tell the same story all the time.
So you tell me you a goddamn a one-shot bandit.
Oh, it might have been a strong, like, I look like I'll probably ski him. But what I'm saying is it happened one time.
Oh, God.
I'm going to tell you how, because when it happened, I'm not excusing drunkenness or none of that, but I was going off some moonshine in Alabama. That's
moonshine on sponsored a lot of babies.
Stay away from that moonshine. But what I'm saying is, I remember the day after I woke up, I prayed.
But you didn't even
like
think
I
to
never
get a plan B?
You didn't
know to get a plan B.
I
couldn't afford a plan B.
I was like 23.
Oh yeah, you know about a plan B. I was about
plan
B.
Listen, man, I thought prayer worked. So
okay. See,
prayer without works.
What
does it say? Prayer without works is dead.
Jesus, this is what
faith without works.
This is where you've led us.
I have been led astray. But no. So my thing was, don't double down on the bad decision. I was just wanting to do the co-parenting. We got into arguments, and my argument was always time spent. Her argument was always money. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm having 5 or 6 women guide me through this process. We worked together. We met in Alabama when I was working there for a 6-month period. So that's all the time it takes to get to know somebody, smash, and have a baby. So
y'all built up a rapport.
Not really. So the dynamic, I'll tell you the dynamic. I stayed in the house with me and this guy was sharing a space, sharing a house. It was a little cottage, if you will. And he was the weed man. Okay. And he would always, but he wouldn't just sell weed. He would have little edible parties and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So people would always be over. Freaky. But go ahead. But I wasn't smoking or doing none of that. Okay. I was just, my thing while I was there was just to work. This was the first job that I had in my field. Mm-hmm. So I'm just there. I'm working. I remember one day I worked.
You was working all right.
I was working. This guy. But yeah, overtime. This was our connection though. We in the house. It would be probably about 20 white people in the house. I'm the only black guy. She the only black girl. So when white people say something, I'm sitting on the couch. The only time I would be around them was like playing the game in the common space. Mm-hmm. But I'd just be around, you know what I'm saying? I might be no. You was a flirtatious. No, but not. I had a chick there. If this other chick was saying that, that's why I smashed that old lady too. Who had the kid, the 13-year-old, he was like 13, sitting in the living room while I was like, you stay here, I'm gonna go that way. Step over his ass. Okay. Is you getting juice or what? Damn. But the juice ain't in the living room. That's what you gotta say to me. But no, so I was dealing with. I had a couple chicks I was dealing with there. Right. So if one of them had said something, I would have. You know what I'm saying? It would have been different because it was expressed interest. Mm-hmm. In this situation, it was she here. Our only dynamic was, white people. We're the only 2 black people in the room. White people say something, you look at another, you try to find that commonality. You're like, the fuck is these niggas talking about? And that was it. And she would play the game sometimes. She would play video games. But yeah, so long story short. So y'all cuddled one night and that was it? No, what happened was my roommate wrote a letter for me to get into grad school. Mm-hmm. Because he was an editor of a paper. Got to do what you have. I'm about to let you know. He was the editor of a paper. He wrote my letter to get into school. And he opened the letter. Some draws too. He opened the letter when I got it. So he was like, "Oh shit, we're gonna celebrate." I'm at work. Mm-hmm. I get off work. I come home. It's a bunch of bottles lined up, and the house is full. Shut no, ain't no baddies. This was fucking Jacksonville, Alabama. They can be like Jacksonville, Florida. No, Alabama. She ain't got no locks. God damn, but yeah, so it was a bunch of. He invited everybody he knew. Nobody. I only knew about 7 people there.
Yeah.
But he invited everybody he knew. They was all he just wanted a reason to party. So they had a bunch of bottles lined up. Now the bottles, I'm taking shots. I'm with it. I'm happy as hell. I'm getting out of this little bitty ass town, going to grad school, taking shots. So I'm getting my shots in. I just hear one guy say, "Damn, he taking that moonshine like a champ." It's in a Grey Goose bottle. Mm-hmm. So he put the moonshine in the Grey Goose bottle, and you know them bottles tall. Mm-hmm. I'm killing it because ain't nobody else. Like, it's white girls and shit like that drinking, but my souls of my ancestors come out when I get drunk, so it'd be hard. So I can't even look at white women. I'd be like, I can't do that. So all I hear is lashings. Lashings. Slave lashings. They get whipped. They're my souls of my ancestors, nigga.
So get to the part where you made love to her.
That didn't happen.
Okay.
You put smut on my name.
Oh, okay.
What did happen was I woke up, she was there. I was like, Lord. Like I said, 12 Hail Marys. Because I had to go back to work too. Oh, God. I had to go to work. It was a long night, so I had to go to work at about 2. So I get up, I'm like, fuck, I get up like 12. I'm like, so I take her home and I just prayed the whole day. I spent a 12-hour shift praying, bro. And it didn't work. It didn't work. It didn't work in my favor.
So, more of the story is,
don't fuck with Alabama. Don't fuck with moonshine. Now, I will say this. I think that she, I tell this to guys, and people always be like, when you drunk, you did it. Shut up. Because I think that guys know when they sober if they would smash a chick.
Right.
But I don't think, and so I think that she had the eye for me, but I never was like, oh yeah, there we go. My chick was across the way. I could have just swerved that way.
Why didn't you just swerve that way?
I wasn't driving.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm just there with them. The house lit up.
Yeah, gotcha.
They light the house up.
I got you.
So
I'm caught up in the vibe. I feel you.
But I'm talking. I'm chatting.
Everything look like a 10 in that motherfucker.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
Or 8.
I probably as drunk as I was, because after the last thing I remember was he taking that moonshot like a champ, and I'm on the couch just gone. And then I wake up in my room and she there, and I'm like, Lord.
But you didn't have whiskey dick? Like, I've had whiskey dick before.
But I might have had Henny dick.
Yeah, true.
Henny dick.
I've had Henny dick. Henny dick. Edible dick and Henny dick. Me on Henny and me on edible. Me on whiskey. Not whiskey. Me on bourbon.
But I feel like she had the eye for me, but I wasn't really.
I feel. I mean, listen.
Because I found all 5 girls that lived in that town, all 5 black girls, and I was on 4 of them. She was the 5th.
Oh shit!
But you know what I'm saying? For me, I could just easily hop on 20 and come back to Atlanta. It's a 2-hour drive.
Right.
So when I wasn't working, I'm good. I could just swing back this way because I still had. I think at that time I was still talking to Rapunzel, not talking to, but she was still around.
Right.
So
I don't know, man. I just say this. I've seen you go through the worst being a child. I think it's the worst, but I've seen worse than what I've been through.
No, I've been into arguments. I get frustrated.
But let me
stuff
say
like that.
It's been times where I see you go through what you go through that makes me be like, yeah, I ain't trying to be nobody big dad.
My dad told me that's something that I took with me every step. As a child's father, you have no power.
Ooh.
You have to be the most accommodating. So when you tell me, oh, if I was you, I'd act like this, I'd be like, no, you wouldn't.
Right.
And it's different because we never went to court, and I was more so like, let me stay accommodating. Let me stay flexible. Because only thing I care about is spending time with my kid. Mm-hmm. All the other stuff, like I took, guys, when it comes to child support, you might feel the hurt a little bit. I send my child mom money like clockwork. Mm-hmm. I told her, do not come over to my, he whatever he got on, bring him here with it. I'm paying for everything that he got here. We got a different type of arrangement. Mm-hmm. I pay her what I pay her. It come out like clockwork. At this point, it's a tax. Mm-hmm. I don't miss it. I don't look at my bank account and be like, man, that money coming out every 2 weeks. I don't care. Because I care about my son and the accessibility that I have to my son. Whatever she take care of, she can go on a vacation a month. I could care less. Because to me, that sounds like,
oh, she gonna go.
Right. But to me, that sounds like time I get to spend with my son. Mm-hmm. Now that we're working from home, it's a blessing to me. I get to instill routine and discipline that he might not have at home, or a different level of it, because I get to give him that masculine energy too. The second best thing about when you have a child, when you have a child's mom, whatever, the second best thing you could ever do or hope for is that she got a man that is decent to her. That is, I promise you, ain't nothing like a woman.
Ain't nothing like a distraction.
Right. Because what I realized is she's been in 2 relationships since I've known her long term. What I realize is when she's single, more attention is diverted to him. Mm. She got to fill her time with something, and that something is investing in him. Mm. And it's not to say that she's neglectful out when she's in a relationship, but she's more relaxed. Now she knows that she can have a more healthy dynamic with him because of the relationships that she has as an individual and not just as a mom. Which to me, I get to be with my son. I get to, and now that I ain't trying to be in them streets like that, I get to be with my family. We went to the botanical garden yesterday, and it was amusing to me. It was something I had excitement about because of my level of maturation with that. But so shout out to all the good, decent guys. I ain't leaving this episode without talking about these. Without congratulating the women who find a way to make it work in a healthy and respectful way with healthy and respectful guys, and without addressing these fuck ass women who be doing bullshit when it comes and be spiteful and be petty and be.
Let's address that, because that's the juicy part that
this the part we're gonna have to put at the beginning. This is the part that we gonna, when you cutting it up.
Right, this the uncut, cut part.
No, fuck all that. Now, and I ain't you never gonna hear me rag on my son, mom. We've had difficulties that come with being adults dealing with something that we both got passion in.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's some bullshit.
Y'all were passionate when y'all made him. Go ahead.
See, this is why. See, soon as the camera cut, niggas shot. Niggas get shot for shit like that because it's disrespect to you be fucking with a nigga ego.
But no, it's a lot of ain't shit mothers out there. There are a lot of mothers that really deny their child's father from being the goddamn dad, especially if he doesn't come with that check or the check amount that she wants him to come to, or the consistency even of the check that she wants him to come to.
And don't take out. So it is.
And she don't even be taking care of her child like that. She'll be living at home. Parents babysitting the fuck out the kids, and she out with the next nigga at the club. While she all on his ass about how much of an ain't shit father he is. Meanwhile, her whole goddamn family don't goddamn raise his little boy.
You send this kid to school. After school, the grandma or the aunt pick him up. You don't spend weekends with him because he over somebody else's house, or you trying to send him with the dad. Women, some of y'all can be, as much as I love y'all, some of y'all some ain't shit mothers. And I hate when I hear women who got baby fever for another kid when you an ain't shit parent to your first or second kid. You got to get out your feelings and stop feeling like his success equals your success.
Right.
You got to do better on your own regardless of if you got a kid or not. Don't say no kid fucked up your life. You've been fucked up, and this kid
came along.
This kid wasn't even no icing on the cake.
Right.
This kid was another ingredient in your fucked up ass life.
Facts.
What you need to do is find a way to put all that other shit aside and get yourself together.
Facts.
Ladies, I'm not telling you not to prioritize your kid, but don't put him over you. Because it's just like riding on the airplane. When they say that mask fall down, you got to put on your own first before you can try to save somebody else. Come up with a plan, live your life and be great. Find the love you really should have had before you had this kid.
And stop getting jealous because your baby daddy don't find another woman.
Or 12.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of shit is that? That's none of your goddamn business. Where else he planting his seed at, doing whatever the fuck he want to do at. He is not your goddamn man. He is that child's father. Not your man, that child's father. Well, his business ain't your goddamn business.
Oh, I say this because I've seen this situation happen a lot. A lot of women will try to hold hold a kid from a man because of who that, like, I don't trust him. Yeah. Guess what? When you take a man to child support, if he chooses to fight for custody, whether it's because he want to be with the kid or he could do it spitefully. And once you do that, unless you got hard evidence to say that he's an unfit parent, you are going to have to leave your kid with that man. Not necessarily supervised visitations or none of that. That kid is going to get picked up, taken with your man. He could leave that kid with his grandparents, his parents, his grandparents, or somebody that he shoot up dope with, whatever. It don't matter. You got to stop saying, I don't trust him. If your kid not in harm's way, and guess what? Sometimes they ain't going to consider your kid smelling like weed harm's way.
Facts.
They're not going to consider secondhand smoke harm's way.
Right.
So you got to understand, when you try to take somebody, you got your agenda in taking them to court for child support. Cool. But understand, if you got somebody that you think gonna harm you, harm your kid, gonna put, you know what I'm saying, gonna leave your kid stranded or something like that, you got to do this on your own, because that's not the best situation for you to be running to the court for child support.
And stop letting
it's toxic.
And stop letting your goddamn your boyfriend babysit your kids if he hasn't been proven. If he hasn't met the child's father, and two, if he got a criminal record.
I don't know about meeting the child's father.
Well,
I think it can happen.
You got to give
y'all dynamic.
No, you got to get a child's father a chance if the child's father has been in his life.
Okay.
If the child's father is in his life, you got to give him a chance to meet the person who's going to be helping caretake for his fucking child. Don't just be leaving this child with anybody, because that's how a lot of molestation and a lot of foul shit that happen to kids happen, because a lot of the time the mother leave the kid unattended with a family member or with some boyfriend, and this is a motherfucker that's unvetted. So, and then they take the side of the boyfriend or the family member over the kid. So please be respectful. Like, introduce, if your kid, and the same thing for dudes, introduce whoever's going to be around the child, and if that other parent is in that child's life, introduce the person who's also going to be around the child often. It's just fair. It just makes sense. It eliminates a lot of curiosity, eliminates a lot of concern, and a lot of worry.
So I think we're gonna wrap this up quick, but I want to give a shout out to all the parents who really persevere over the bullshit that happens. And some of it, understand the difference in a personality and the difference between this person ain't shit. Because you can have personality agreements, parenting agreements. That's things that y'all gotta always communicate with. That's things that you're gonna always have to talk to.
Ain't shit about. Is you sitting here, this child's 6 years old, 10 years old, and you still only paying $100 or $200 a month in child support. That's that bullshit. But go ahead.
I mean, that nigga might keep having kids.
Yeah, well, whose fucking fault is that? He need to practice dick management. All right. You know how much you can afford coming out that pocket.
You don't
gotta
know until you know.
You gotta fuck like your wage. You understand me? So
yeah, stop fucking broke niggas like that. There's too many broke niggas.
Stop fucking broke niggas and stop fucking as a broke nigga. You know what I'm saying? So
too many broke niggas having babies.
Too many ain't shit broke niggas having babies.
But I want to acknowledge the parents and the co-parents and the bonus parents, because that's what we ain't talking about. The people that step up in the lives of kids and are
broke ass women having babies.
What? I'm not shouting them out.
No, I'm saying it's too many of them having babies too. If you're a woman,
it's just a long list of people who shouldn't have kids.
Right, but if y'all both if y'all both still live with y'all parents, don't have no babies.
You could raise a baby in the basement.
You see what he on, right? See what type of time
so basements be big and they be finished. Oh, this nice.
Look at him. He ain't doing nothing but talking about his past. But go ahead.
But we're gonna wrap this up and y'all keep it wrapped up, because I learn from me. I ain't keep it wrapped up, and
learn from me, goddamn. I kept it wrapped up. For those who didn't keep it wrapped. Hey, I'm an expert at not getting the motherfucker pregnant.
No, you pay hush money.
See, hating ass baby daddies over here. Yeah. But yeah, if you got kids, if you got kids, man, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand that child is gonna grow up one day, become a man, and more likely be able to beat your ass.
Hey,
because you didn't support that motherfucker.
Hey, I want y'all to do this though.
Of course, y'all gotta whoop my dad ass.
Of course, y'all gotta like, y'all gotta subscribe. I want the parents and co-parents and bonus parents who got healthy relationships. I want to hear about the healthy relationships in the comments. Yeah. I want to hear about them stories. Because we got too many. It's too publicized, the negatives. And we spent a lot of time on the negatives. And I want to give that gratitude to women.
Because it's a lot of great co-parents out there, a lot of great women being child's mothers who are very fair, very understanding, very, that's just cooperative as hell. And the same with fathers. There's a lot of fathers out there that do what they do on time, that take care of the kids' child's responsibilities, that even put up with the mouth. It's a lot of great on both sides. Don't get that fucked up at all. Do the bullshit.
Yep. So holla at us, Black Men and Cigars.
Black Men and Cigars.
We always black by popular demand. Shout out to all black wear.
Did they give us merch for that?
No. That's not a real place. I'm saying all black merchandise and stuff. I'm just saying we black by popular demand. I be black. That might be my slogan. I be black.
You be black.
I be black.
But you dark.
No, when you leaving, you be like, I'll be black.
Oh,
like that.
I'll be black. Yeah, that's true. Because ain't no telling when you gonna come back.
It might be later.
It might be tomorrow.
That's the way when niggas say I'll call you back.
And don't be till the next day.
It's back.
It's black. It's black. I be black. But so yeah, Black Men and Cigars. We got all kind of links up if you want to support us in multiple ways. If you want to send us merch, reach out to our email, send us merch. If you want to be one of our sponsors, reach out to our email. We can set you up to be our sponsors. If you want to donate, we'll put the Cash App button below where you can donate to us. And if you just want to shoot your shot at one of us, just know one of us is married and one of us aren't. And that's me. I'm not married. So,